Today I am finding out and sharing with you what the 24 books are going to be on my bingo board for 2024. Hi, my name is Jeanette and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. So as you can see, we have a special guest here today. This is my husband Andrew. So he is going to be choosing 8 of the books that are going on my TBR bingo board. So I did this last year and I'm going to do this again this year. So this is last year's. So this is my bingo board. And yes, there are some missing that it's not the end of the month yet. It's not the end of the year. It might happen. Might not happen, but it might happen.
It's not the end of the world. Okay.
So because 24 divides evenly by 3, I thought, well, let's make it a little bit different this year. So Andrew has chosen 8 books from my want to read own shelf on Goodreads, which means some of them are on my bookshelf, some of them are on my Kindle. Then my best friend Christine has chosen 8 books, and then the last 8 books are going to be chosen by a random wheel spinner. So first we're going to get into the books that Andrew has chosen. Okay, so book number 1. So he has written these down. I have not seen this list. I have no idea what he's chosen.
First book I chose is Someone to Trust Because I Trust You. So there you go.
Okay, now he's really testing me because I don't know what book this is. Which means it's most likely on my Kindle. Did you write down the author's name by any chance?
No, I forgot that part.
Oh, okay. Okay. It is on my Kindle, so I will insert a picture. And it is by Melanie D. Sniker. And it says, she wants to give him her heart. He wants to give her the best chance at a happy life. They're headed separate ways until faith steps in. So this is book 2 of the Life Unexpected series, and I have read book 1. So, okay.
All right, ready for number 2. The Solid Grounds Company. Because I chose that one because you love coffee.
You missed a word in the title. I can't get this out.
I missed a word?
You did. You see what word you missed?
Oh.
So it is called The Solid Grounds Coffee Company by Carla Lorando. This is book 3 of the Supper Club series. And funny enough, this is one of the series that I mentioned I want to complete in 2024. It's one of my goals. So that's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you love coffee.
I do love coffee.
All right, number 3. This one I'll pronounce the whole title this time.
You will.
Sunburst. And I chose that one because it's cold outside.
Okay, so that is Sunburst by Susan May Warren. It is a romantic suspense. This is book number 2 of the Sky King Ranch series, and it is set in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, Nigeria. Again, this is one of the series that I mentioned I want to complete. It's like he was reading my mind. I did not see this list till just now. So.
Okay, number 4 is Saltwater Cowboy. And I chose that one because you love horses.
I'm pretty sure that's on my Kindle. So this is by Christy Barrett. And yes, it has a horse on the cover.
Huh.
And when a mysterious woman washes up in Cape Coral, a wild horse sanctuary off North Carolina's coast, law enforcement officer Levi Sutherland is determined to figure out if she's connected with the crimes recently plaguing the island. The problem is she can't remember anything. So this is book 1 of the Saltwater Cowboys series.
And number 5 is Rules of Murder. I chose that one because you love murder mysteries. As far as I know.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I was assuming you did.
This
Okay.
one is also set in England, I think. Yes. Yes, it is. So it is book 1 of the Drew Farrington Mysteries. It's by Juliana Deering. I have never read this author before. And it says, from the tip of his black Homburg to the crease of his chevet trousers, he's the epitome of a stylish 1930s English gentleman. His only problem? The body he just discovered. So my mom read a few books of this series. I don't know if she's completed the whole series or not, but she really enjoyed them and thought I would, so that's why I have them.
You said that author's from England?
No, the book is set in
Oh,
England.
the book is set. Well, that's where your mom is right now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it sounds like kind of a take on like a Agatha Christie, Miss Marple type stuff with, I mean, maybe it's more Hercule Poirot. Again, I struggle saying that word, but yeah. Okay.
All right. So we're on to number 6, To Steal a Heart. I chose that one because many years ago you stole my heart.
I don't still have your heart?
I hope so. If not, we'll rekindle that around Valentine's Day.
Okay, so To Steal a Heart by Jen Tarano. Tarano? I think so. It is book 1 of the Bleecker Street Inquiry Agency. Wow. And I don't know anything about this book, really, other than I picked it up for $1 at a thrift store. So, yeah.
And I can say I know nothing about it either. All right, number 7. Where the Roads Bend. And I chose that because we love our road trips.
Okay, so Where the Road Bends by Rachel Fordham. And I just recently, November, read The Letter Tree by Rachel Fordham, and I fell in love with her writing. And this one is very highly recommended by quite a few people. I can think of Oshina for sure is one that's really talked about this one. So yeah, it is a historical fiction. Romance. It says the strongest love is formed in the crucible of hardship.
You ready for the last one?
Ready for the last one.
Number 8. Nightlight. And I thought of Nightlight because you like to read in bed while someone's trying to sleep.
With a candle?
No, we actually... Oh, yeah, sorry.
Didn't look at the book.
Yeah, don't read in bed with a candle. I burn the house down.
Okay, so Nightlight is by Terry Blackstock. This is book 2 of her Restoration series. Yes, Restoration. And it's another one of the series that I want to complete in 2024, so perfect. I don't know anything about this, and because it's book 2, I haven't really read the back of it, other than the tagline that says, "Danger lurks around every corner. Now it's inside the Branning's home." So yeah, okay, so thank you, Andrew. Those are the 8 books.
You're welcome.
So 1, 2, 3, so 6 of them I have physically, and 2 of them are on my Kindle.
So I picked 8, Christine picked 8, and then you're gonna spin a wheel.
I'm gonna spin a wheel for the last 8.
Cool.
So now
Yeah.
Christine's gonna come and spin. She's not spinning. I mean, she could spin, but I don't think she's going to.
She might be twirling. You don't know.
So yeah, so Christine, the clip of Christine choosing my books or telling me what books she's gonna choose, and then I will come back with the wheel spins, and we'll find out where they get placed on the board.
Awesome. All right, Christine, you can take it over.
Oh, thanks, Andrew. Actually, I was spinning. I mean, I can spin sometimes, right? Hi, I'm Christine, and I'm Jeanette's BFF. I have her on the phone here, and I am going to let her know which books I have chosen. Are you there?
I am here, and I just gotta say, I'm so excited to have Christine here in video.
Yeah, you might be more excited than I am. But that's not true, because I'm very excited to pick books for you. I always love picking books for you, so I actually am very excited.
Here we go for the challenge.
Okay, so let's get right to it. Your first book, well, you have a number 3 of a series, and I have read it and loved it, the entire series. So that's what I'm going to choose for you, obviously. So we're gonna go with The Land Beneath Us by Sarah Sundin. This is book 3 of Sunrise at Normandy. And I know that you don't well, you didn't actually own book number 1 and number 2, which makes reading number 3 a little bit difficult. So, Merry Christmas. The book should have arrived a few days ago for you.
You mean this package?
That package.
Book 1 and book 2 to go with my book 3.
Perfect.
Okay, so the first book, you've added 3 books.
Hmm.
We're off to a great start.
Well, I do like to pick lots of books for you. This is my way of kind of trying to get my picks in there for you. So yeah.
Trying to cheat your number. You were given 8.
Okay. So I may as well follow suit with my second pick. And again, choose a book number 3. This book is What Matters Most by Courtney Walsh. And this is number 3 in the Nantucket love story.
Okay, that is a book on my Kindle because I don't have any Courtney Walsh physical.
Number 3 is a number 7 in a series, in the Hope Harbor series, and that is Blackberry Beach by Irene Hannon. I have read this series, and I know you are working your way through the series, so I'm helping you along.
Yes. I have read books 1 to 6 though, so this is my next book to read.
Well,
so that
I
works.
thought about choosing, number 9, but I was nice this time. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
So book number 4 is a number 1 in a series, for a change.
Ooh.
And it is Authentically Izzy by Pepper Basham. So this is book number 1 in the Sky Mars series. I recently read this and enjoyed it, so I thought you should also read it.
Well, okay.
Well, the next book is by Rachel Fordham, and it's The Hope of Azure Springs.
That is a standalone.
Yes.
What's wrong
I don't
with you?
know. I'm not sure. See, that's the first one that I have not read. So that one and the next, actually all of the rest of them, I have not read. So I don't know. You'll have to read them and let me know how they are.
Yes. Alone in a strange town, can she find healing for her new home and herself?
So book number 6 is The Captain's Daughter by Jennifer Delamere. This is book number 1 in a series called London Beginnings.
And I have the other 2 books of this series.
Perfect.
And it has Big Ben.
So I was nice to
It's the
you.
only reason I picked up the book. You were very nice to me.
Aren't I always? Okay, let's just move on to the next book. So, book number 7. This one interested me, so I thought I would pick it for you. It is Dear Mrs. Bird by A.J. Pierce. It's also book number 1 in the Emmy Lake Chronicles series.
Yes, it is a World War II book set in London.
Yeah.
I just got this for my birthday.
And the last book that I got to choose, number 8, is All Right Here by Carrie Armstrong Gardner. It is number 1 in the Darlings series.
Oh. I'm like, where is it?
It's on your bookshelf.
Yes, it is.
I know these things.
I have never read this author. but I have
I
books 1
haven't
and 2
either.
of this series.
Well, read it. And
I guess I
maybe
will.
I will also read it with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the 8 books that I chose for you.
So there's her books. I've included the extra 2 Sarah Sundin ones in this pile. And of course the one that's on my Kindle. Here.
That's fair.
We'll put my Kindle. And now that's heavy.
Just don't drop them.
I put them down.
I can't see what you're doing, so.
Well, thank you for choosing books, Christine, even if they are mainly series books. Because you know how I am with series, and I gotta keep reading them. I don't like stopping in the midst of series. So, we'll see how this goes. So, I am back to choose the remaining 8 books to go on my bingo board. So, to do this, I have put all of the books that I own into a wheel. I have subtracted the books that Christine picked and the books that Andrew picked. And I've also subtracted any books that I don't have book 1 of the series, so I can't really sort the series. I mean, I could read them out of order, but I'm not going to do that. So, I have them all on the wheel. So I have 109 books currently on my wheel. I am going to spin the wheel 8 times to choose 8 books. So after each spin, I will let you know what book has chosen. I am going to record the screen as I do this, so you should be able to see the wheel spin. Okay, so let's get started. To Right a Wrong. Okay, so To Right a Wrong is book number 2 of the Bleecker Streak Inquiry Agency by Jen Turano. This is perfect because Andrew picked book number 1. I like that already. So that is the first book of these 8. Okay, next spin is If I Were You. I had to think what book that was. So, If I Were You by Lynn Austin. This is a historical fiction from what I understand. It says 1950 and 1940 on the back. So is it a dual timeline? I mean, 10 years apart? I don't know. Audrey sat in her own bedroom, sickened, and discovered that she still envied Eve Dawson as she had all her life. She would gladly trade everything she owned to be her. I don't know anything about this book, but I've heard really good things about Lynn's writing, so okay. Book number 3 is Reclaiming Nick. I have to think. Pretty sure that's a Susan May Warren book. Okay, it is an older Susan May Warren book. It is book number 1 of the Noble Legacy series, and it says, Nick Noble hadn't planned on being the prodigal son, but when his father dies and leaves half of Silver Buckle, the Noble family ranch, to Nick's former best friend, he must return home to face his mistakes and guarantee that the Silver Buckle stays in the Noble family. Award-winning journalist Piper Sullivan believes Nick framed her brother for murder, and she's determined to find justice. But following Nick to Silver Buckle and posing as a ranch cook proves more challenging than she thinks. So does resisting his charming smile. As Nick seeks to overturn his father's will, and Piper digs for answers. Family secrets surface that send Nick's life into a tailspin. But there's someone who's out to take the Silver Buckle from the Noble family, and he'll stop at nothing, even murder, to make it happen. Okay, that really sounds interesting, and it's set on a ranch. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's go for book number 4. I was scared that this was going to happen, but I did say 24 might be the year to read it. Where did I put it? Okay. Oh, okay. I was thinking my cover doesn't have, but it does. Okay, so it is 1984 by George Orwell. This is a two book binding. So Animal Farm and 1984 on there. As you can see, I have read Animal Farm, but I have never read 1984. Okay, this will be a challenge because I don't read a lot of classics. Number 5. Okay, this worked in my favor. So now book number 5 is Death by the Book by Juliana Deering. And this is book 2 of the Drew Farthington Mysteries. And Andrew picked book 1. So, okay, that's another kind of bonus for me. Book number 6. Okay, book number 6 is A Quilt for Christmas by Melody Carlson. This is a nice short book. Probably one I won't read till December next year, maybe November. I was kind of thinking I probably should read it this year to get the cue for my alphabet challenge, but I'm not going to get to it. And I don't have a strong desire to read it right now, so we will add it to the bingo board for next year. Okay, book number 7. The Price of Valor. Okay, I know that this one's on my Kindle, and I know that it's a Susan May Warren book. But which number of the series is it? Well, that's not as nice. It is book number 3 of the Global Search and Rescue series. I've not read 1 or 2, so. Okay, it says, former Navy SEAL Hamilton Jones thought that the love of his life was dead. But when a girl claiming to be his daughter shows up with a dire message from his wife, Ham knows he will stop at nothing to find her and bring her home. Kidnapped by rebels while serving as an interpreter in Ukraine, I don't know how to say her name. Signe. Has spent the past decade secreting out valuable information about Russian assets in the U.S. to her CIA handler. Fearing for her daughter after being discovered as an operative, she sends her to Ham for safekeeping. She's ready to give her life for her country, and she can hardly expect Ham to rescue her after breaking his heart over and over. That does sound interesting, but the Russian assets kind of scares me a little bit, honestly. But we will see. Okay, spin for the last book. Okay, that wasn't so nice either. Power Play by Rachel Dillon. This is book number 3 of the Capital Intrigue series. Yes. Wow. Tongue twister there for me. It's another romantic suspense. I do have books 1 and 2, but I've never read them. So I guess it's another series I'm going to focus on in 2024. So let's recap. Andrew's books are... I have to look at my list. Andrew's books are Someone to Trust by Melanie D. Sniker. Then The Solid Grounds Coffee Company by Carla Lorando. Then Sunburst by Susan May Warren. Saltwater Cowboy by Christy Barrett. And Rules of Murder by Juliana Deering. To Steal a Heart by Jen Turano. Where the Road Bends by Rachel Fordham, Nightlight by Terry Blackstock. And Christine's books are The Land Beneath Us by Sarah Sundin, What Matters Most by Courtney Walsh, Blackberry Beach by Irene Hannon, Authentically Izzy by Pepper Basham, The Hope of Azure Springs by Rachel Fordham, The Captain's Daughter by Juliana Deering, Dear Mrs. Bird by A.J. Pierce, All Right Here by Carrie Armstrong Gardner. Gardner? I think so. Okay. And then the 8 randomly chosen books by my wheel spin are To Right or Wrong by Jen Turano, If I Were You by Lynn Austin, Reclaiming Nick by Susan May Warren, 1984 by George Orwell, Death by the Book by Juliana Deering, A Quilt for Christmas by Melody Carlson, and Power Play by Rachel Dillon. So those are the 24 books that are going to be my priority reads for 2024. I will put in a random generator to each title, pick a number, and that's where it will go on my bingo board, so that it's not all Andrew's, all Christine's, all random. They're just randomly mixed throughout the bingo board. But you don't need to watch me do that. And you'll probably see that bingo board through various times in future videos, so we'll see. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And have you read any of these books? Is there any that I should move up the list and read first to clear a spot on my bingo board? I'd love to chat in the comments below. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.